Hey everyone, my name is Devin Patterson and I'm a Business Central consultant with Sabre Limited. And today I want to go over available to promise and capable to promise, or ATP and CTP for sales orders. I feel like it's often an overlooked feature that can actually be really useful to get those promised dates that you can give to customers on sales orders. So it looks at what you have available in inventory, hence the word available to promise. So what you have, it'll give you a date on when you're ready to ship that item, that assembly. If you don't have it in stock and it's not available, you can run the capable to promise. So it'll look at all of your different replenishment systems. If you have your items set up to run as a production order, an assembly order, or it's just a purchase part, it'll look at that lead time and it'll look at the kind of data underneath it and drill down, and it'll give you a date in which you're capable to deliver that item. So in this case, we have a guest section part. It's an assembly, and right now we see that in this item, it's set up as an assembly with a 2-day lead time calculation. This is also a part that has an assembly BOM, which we'll drill into right here. So the assembly BOM is a green chair and a mobile pedestal. And what's important to know is that the CTP won't work when it drills down into assemblies. It won't take into account that chair, that pedestal, unless this critical boolean right here is checked. If this isn't checked, then it's not going to look at these parts of the assembly BOM and take that into account when you run your CTP. So this is the green chair, this is the pedestal. As we can see, they're both not checked critical. So I'm going to run the capable to promise to see what happens. It's under actions, plan, order promising. And when I run the available to promise, the ATP, you see that nothing, it actually did ran, but nothing populated because there's nothing available. There's nothing in our inventory, nothing is real right now, so it doesn't give us a value. I click it again, it says here it's already been calculated, it's blank because there's nothing. So I'm going to close out and then I'm going to run the CTP. And the CTP ran. There is a 1-day buffer time for some handling time between assemblies orders and purchase orders, whatever it is. But it went off of this 2-day lead time calculation, and it didn't take into account these other parts under that assembly BOM. So that's why you have such an early date here of May 2nd from the requested date of April 29th. Well, we don't want that because this part is set as an assembly for the replenishment system, and we want to have those other parts available. We need them to be able to assemble this guest section assembly. So I'm actually going to check these as critical now. And I'm just going to do this one part. We don't need to do both for this scenario. But after I check it as critical, we see that this replenishment system is for purchase, and the lead time calculation is 10 days. I'm going to give this a refresh. Once that refreshes, I'm going to go back to the CTP calculation and run it on the sales order. And as you can see here, now it's taking that assembly part into account when it's running that calculation. It's taking that 10-day lead time to purchase that chair, plus the 2 days to assemble, so it's stacking them. It's taking in that purchase lead time, and it's taking in that assembly lead time for your actual complete final assembly, and then it's adding that 1 day of buffer, and then it's giving you that day of May 13th. So not only does this look at assemblies, purchases, it also looks at production orders. So we're going to change that over from assembly to production order. And I'm going to take this part here off of critical for the time being, just so we can see how it calculates the production order lead times. So now that I tick it off critical, it's not going to look at these subcomponents, but for this demonstration, I just want to show how it looks at production routings. So I changed it to production order. The lead time calculation is still 2 days, but for production orders, it's not actually going to look at this field. It's going to look at how long it takes you to produce this item through your routing. So I'm going to show you the details of this routing, see how long it should take to produce it. If it'll drop down for me, it's acting a little slow right now. Okay, I'm going to show the details of this routing for this guest section. And for a runtime, we have 48 hours. I have my production schedule broken up into 8 hours a day, so that's 6 days of runtime to produce this guest section 1. I know that's a long time, but it takes a lot of different, probably machines and workers and labor to create this guest section. So we have it's a 6 days. It goes over the weekend, so it takes that production schedule into account. So it's 6 days plus the 2 days on the weekend, so it should be about 8 or 9 days away for the CTP. But we're going to go ahead and run that and test it out. I'm going to run the CTP once again. And we see here that it actually does give us that 6 days for the actual production time, plus 2 more days for those weekend dates. So it gives us a planned delivery date of May 7th. So it's drilling down in that production order routing, and it's taking the dates from that, just so it gives you kind of a more accurate delivery date. All right, so that was kind of a quick overall ATP, CTP functionality. If you have any more questions on it, feel free to find me and ask me. Again, I work for Sabre, and my name is Devin Patterson. Thank you.